Secrets Unwrapped is brought to you in part by Cooler Guard with the cleaning power of enzymes, Mercer Sports, Okuma Fishing, Let's Get Inspired, P-Line, Bennington Self-Storage, The Outdoor Experience Guide Service, Corker Boots, White Rocks Design Studio, who has been serving Southern Vermont for over 25 years, Hoffman Lures, Sugar Mountain Trading Company, Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped Hot Sauce, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of Commerce.
Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your co-host, Erika Tanner, and Chris and I are up here at Paul Smith's, New York, and today we are doing something a little different than our normal show, and we are speaking with Jeremiah Haley from Reeling for Recovery, and it is a camp that he started, and I won't go into it. I'll let you tell the story of how this all came to fruition.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Erica. So we started the camp 8 years ago. I lost one of my best friends, Aaron John Cormier, to substance abuse, and also Kyle Pulsifer, and wanted to do more to make the community aware of the addiction issue in upstate New York, and really all of New England. From that, I did my first ice fishing derby. Aaron and I always connected on the ice. We'd go to different ice fishing derbies. We'd camp out on the ice together. So we had a lot of memories of different parts in upstate New York fishing together, and really throughout all of our childhood. Coming along to that same principle, we got to a point where I said, hey, I can do more than just ice fishing derbies and help recovery places. I said, I think children should have the same opportunity to go fishing. I found a gentleman by the name of AJ from Battlefish Charters. He was crazy enough to agree to take 36 kids overnight in kayaks fishing. From that, we've been doing this camp for a couple of years, and every year we've been selling out. So it's been an amazing opportunity to kind of come up to Paul Smith's and rent out the college and teach kids how to fish.
It is a beautiful campus that you are hosting this at, and we were talking earlier, and this is all done with your money that you raise because you do not charge the kids to attend this camp, correct?
That's correct. The best things in life are free for right now. We've done our best to keep costs down. I can't say that we're going to be free forever, but it does feel great to be able to take kids fishing that may not have the opportunity. And yeah, how it works is I run one of the largest ice fishing events in upstate New York. We do Reeling for Recovery on Shazy and Chateauguay Lake. We had close to 400 anglers there last year trying to get some of the biggest pike and lake trout out of the lake. I have to give a kudos to Jake Fountain that caught a 16-pound northern out of Shazy Lake.
Wow.
Didn't have any loons in it or anything like that, but definitely was one of the biggest pike we've ever seen out of that lake.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So outside of fishing, you do other activities with the children while they're here, and they're here for 4 days, you said?
Yep, this camp was 4 days. One of the biggest things we teach kids is responsibility and respect, because any kid that doesn't show that in our camp is asked to leave. Kids don't always get the freedom to go out there and fish in this different area, go out in a kayak and go fishing for a couple hours. So we teach them they have to show up every morning with their water bottle, sunscreen on, their phones in the dorm. We give them a screen-free day up here, and to have some fun. We need positive attitudes too. That's another big thing.
And what is the ages of the kids that attend this camp?
We like kids typically between 11 and 17, just because those are kind of kids that are ready to maybe flock away from the nest.
Yeah, and it's boys and girls.
Yes, we've had female anglers in every camp that we've ever had up here. So yeah, it's obviously a little bit more boy to girl, but this year we had 6 girls sign up. Last year we had about 6 girls sign up for the 30 boys.
Oh, what do you find are some of the biggest challenges when you're running this camp?
One of the biggest challenges is really having to balance everything for me, I guess, depending who you talk to here, but it's the food aspect of it, it's the safety aspect of it, medication aspect of it, having those proper people lined up to do the jobs. That's been very important. We are going to become possibly a bigger camp in the future, so that practicing those standards have kind of helped get us to that level.
Yeah, and that's something I guess I didn't even think about, that when these children come, some may have medical conditions that have to be, dealt with while they're here. So the fact that that's not a hindrance for them to come out and enjoy the outdoor and participate in the camping.
Yeah, really balancing that. Having a great teammate like AJ from Battlefish Charters, I would tell you that makes this camp a lot easier for me. Having his guys, people that I can trust. We do basically a 4 to 5 child to guide ratio, depending on the group of how they want to go out, because some friends need to stay together in the group, even though we try to break them out. But yeah, just managing all those different aspects of running a camp. It's more than just spending the night and taking a kid out fishing here. There's a lot of aspects that go into it behind the scenes that I'm proud to achieve and put smiles on kids' faces.
Yeah, that is amazing. So what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen happen with a child? Have you seen a kid come in here like just totally introverted, and by the time they leave at the end of the 4 days, they've made some friends that are possibly lifelong friends?
Yeah, there's a lot of circumstances where we have situations where the child may not want to do XYZ activity, and we don't push a child. If you just want to short fish, if that's your thing, that's fine. But I can tell you, there's been multiple situations where they may have not wanted to kayak fish, but by the end of the weekend, that's all they want to do is kayak fish. And vice versa. We've had kids that, hey, I really like casting from my dock, and then they start fly fishing, and now all they want to do is fly fish.
Well, this is a great organization, so just please let them know how they can reach out and maybe help your organization.
Yeah.
Zoe, give your website, give your contact.
So our website is www.reelingforrecovery, all like it sounds.org. You can find me with a quick Google search, and I love to hear from new people with new ideas, always looking to improve.
Well, thank you so much for having us here today. We're going to go out and grab some more footage of the kids, and so we are going to be right back in just a minute. I'm Erika Tanner, and you're watching Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped on Comcast Cable 107.
We're gonna let this bad boy go, but wow, look at that fish!
Oh my God, that's a
Wow! The outdoor tip of the week is brought to you by Bennington Self-Storage.
Hi, Dale Helgeson here with your Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped tip of the week. So today we're going to talk about a little jig storage, tackle storage. So I have a box with just some jigs in it. So you go to grab one and you get 5 or 6, or they're tangled together, and you get the hooks in your fingers constantly. So I've been looking at ways to organize these to make them more efficient. So I came across these little tackle trays online, and they have all these little slots in them. Well, these slots are nice because you can pop the hooks in, and you just back them in there, and then it stays in there, and they don't bounce around. They're not banging the paint off as much. And when you get them out, it's super easy. You just take and you grab them and you pull it out. Now you have a jig, no hook in the finger, no nothing. And When you're done, I actually label them with what size they are. I do a little label on them. But here you can see how nice and clean and organized it is. You can see your baits. When you lose some, you can replenish them. You know, I keep a tray like this with all my extra inventory, and then as I lose them, I just replace them. But it's a great way to get your jigs organized, keep them a little more protected. And these are two-sided. So use something like this to keep your tackle organized. It'll make you more efficient, safer, and you'll have more time on the water to spend fishing versus playing with the baits. And that is your Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped tip of the week.
Welcome back to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your co-host, Erika Tanner, and we are with Gino at this camp for the kids, Reeling for Recovery, and he is doing plastics with the kids today, and I am just going to back off and let him do his thing and explain it because the temperatures on these things get pretty impressive, and I'm going to stay back.
Okay. Again, my name is Gino, the owner of Rams Off the Hook Bait Shop, veteran owned, family ran. Today we would like to make their own Cincos and their own baby lobsters. What we'll be using is dead-on plastic plastisol. The plastisol gets up to 350. As you can see here, we have flake. We have all from dead-on plastic. They have a lot more, and these are the old dyes that they did the other day. And of course, you got your shooters, I call them. This is a 4 ounce, good for your small molds. Then the 7 ounce, good for these big molds here. The molds are a Cinco mold and the baby lobster. So we're gonna get these boys ready to go, set up. Who would like to have Cincos? One. Okay, so we're gonna use dead on. This is good for the Cincos and your neg rigs and your drop shots. So we're going to do the 1 cup, since only one person wants to do it for 3 minutes. Then you set it for 3. The way I mix it up is just your regular butter knife. Mm-hmm. You don't need nothing
fancy.
Special. It's $1, you know, and from the milk look, you have a see-through. You still got to mix it because, as you can see, there's still a little fog. And then you grab your temp gun, mix it, and then you shoot it. Okay, this is your light watermelon green.
Okay.
Okay.
Happens to be my favorite color.
10 drops. This is a new flake for the shop. Mm-hmm. They named it Barney. I don't know why, but put it in. And as you can see, it's very shiny. Mm. So, and you just slowly mix it, suck it all up as much as I can, burp it. Find the hole, and then you're going to slowly shoot it in. Set is about 2.5 to 3 minutes, so the mold can shape it. Stick in to my thumb, then that means it's set. So what we're going to do is unscrew the mold, see.
Premier.
Yeah. Oh, let go.
Oh, that was
And
cool.
this is what you produce.
Oh, that is so cool. What?
A watermelon stickworm or single.
Really appreciate you taking the time and showing this to us, and working with the campers and just making that experience for them.
Jumpers, hit it!
Fish Hounds Outdoors Guide Service, and you're watching Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped.
56, you can say she's got it all. The majestic black bear. In the heart of North America's forests, a majestic creature roams, the black bear. This bear is continent's most common and adaptable bear species. Black bears are omnivores, feeding on diverse diet ranges from berries and nuts to fish and small mammals. Their ability to climb trees helps them escape danger and find food. Springtime brings new life to the forest. A mother bear, fiercely protective, guides her playful cubs. For the first 2 years of their lives, these cubs will rely on their mother for food and safety. Contrary to popular belief, black bears are excellent swimmers. They often swim to cool off, find food, and escape predators. As winter approaches, the black bear prepares for hibernation. In a snug den, it will spend the cold months in a state of deep sleep, conserving energy until spring returns. The black bear, a symbol of wilderness and resilience, its presence is a reminder of the rich biodiversity that thrives in our forests. Protecting these majestic creatures ensures that the forest remains a vibrant, living ecosystem for generations to come. 42, 39, 56, you can say she's got it all.
Hi, I'm Maria Milano, owner of Door 44 Winery here in Door County, and you are watching an episode of Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. Welcome back to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I am filling in today for Chris. My name is Erika Tanner, and we are going to speak now with AJ, who earlier Jeremiah mentioned that he has teamed up with you in this Reeling for Recovery camp that he is running. So what is your contribution, which is quite incredible, actually?
Well, I'm AJ Bodwin, and I own Battlefish Charters LLC. And I basically provide the adventure for these kids. I provide all the guides and the framework for what we're going to do on the water and how we're going to tackle the weekend.
And how many people I mean, you can't be taking all 30 kids by yourself out there, are you?
Oh goodness, no. We have a great team of 7 guides that we kind of split them all up between.
Okay, and when you take them out, how long generally are you out there, and what are you providing and teaching them while they're...
You know, we really focus on all different aspects of fishing. Mm-hmm. The thing with fishing is there's 10 million ways to do it, and not one of them's wrong. As long as you're out here trying it and enjoying it, you're doing it right. Mm-hmm. So we teach kids the aspects of fly fishing and spin fishing and casting. Sometimes they'll go on a hike, or we'll go do classes with the Wild Center. We'll bring people in like that, so they can really experience not just the fishing aspect, but the whole nature and the peace that they can find on this campus.
And do you also help them with identifying wildlife that is prominent on the lake or in this area, or? Definitely.
You know, I guess as far as the wildlife goes, we focus mostly on the fish, identifying the difference between a largemouth bass and a smallmouth bass. But just today, a big eagle flew over, and she has a little nest of babies out there in the corner. So
oh, wow.
We totally get into all sorts of wildlife on this.
Mm-hmm. And we were shooting something the other day, and our guide pointed out right away poison ivy, Because when you're out there, you know, there are some things you can and cannot touch. So are they identifying plants like that as well?
You know, we're not putting very much focus on the plant identification, but we did do a class on the white pine, which you can make tea out of white pine and it has more juice or more vitamin C than orange juice. So there's little aspects of the plant and environmental world.
That is so cool. I know that we talked about the age group is from 11 to 17. Do some of the kids come back year after year, or are they only allowed to come back one time? Or
nope. So we definitely have some kids who've returned, and that kind of tells me that it's successful.
Yes.
If we didn't get anyone that wanted to come back, then I'd be a little discouraged. They're welcome to come back even twice in the same year. Jerry just opened up a second camp this year.
Wow.
And he said he'd like to get new faces in here as well, but he's not opposed to bringing back some of the old campers as well.
That is so amazing. Are there children who've come here for the very first time experiencing outdoors? I mean, it's hard to believe up here in this beautiful outdoor area, but you know, sometimes it's just not in somebody's wheelhouse to do this. Do you find this is a first-time adventure for some?
Totally.
Okay.
You know, I guess naturally as a guide, I get a lot of clients from the big city down in New York, and we find that a lot, but you don't necessarily expect it from people who are somewhat local to the Adirondack area. And yeah, there's a lot of kids who have never caught a fish before, and it surprises you that they don't know how to cast a rod or catch a fish being from up here. We're in the environment for it.
Right, right. So it's great that they have this opportunity. Now, we were speaking off camera before we sat down, and I want to give you the opportunity to speak to something that is very near and dear to your heart and share that with our audience. What else you do?
So we also run Battlefish University, a guide school for veterans. It's hosted right here at Paul Smith's, and it doesn't cost the veterans a thing. What we're trying to do is create entrepreneurs and turn them into guides so they can be their own small business owner and then send them back out into the world. This goes along, and our television show, The Veterans Playbook, is definitely the driving force behind this. But that's the whole factor of it, is that less than 1% of veterans are small business owners, and there's over 110,000 veterans in prison right now. So we have a big word in our program called purpose, and we're trying to give veterans and separating soldiers a purpose after the military service they've had, and hopefully that this can stem a whole new career in life for them and their families.
So do they come here to take the course with you? Or
They
is
do.
this something online?
So we actually, we just brought in 36 veterans, and we had college professors from Babson College, who was also a Harvard, Stanford lecturer. We have some really great minds that have come in, social media stars, and they've all taught their specific niche towards the entrepreneur and guiding world. I'm not the best guy at social media. I'm not the best guy at marketing. I'm not the best guy at fishing. But if I can bring all those guys in to give me and these other guys their 2 cents, it all comes together. And Paul Smith's College is the perfect place for any veteran to just come find peace.
So beautiful up here. And the fact that you're pulling all these different people together under one roof for this common cause. And veterans are a segment of our society that sometimes gets lost. And so the fact that you decided, like, this is something that I'm passionate about and I want to do, what made you decide to start this?
That's a great question. I'm a disabled veteran. I have PTSD, and when I got out of the Army, I didn't really know what to do with my life. I'd lost my sense of purpose, and I found it with the Cub Scouts. We took over a Cub Scout pack of 8 kids, and we turned it into 73 kids in 1 year. And I realized if I could do that for a community, I could do this for my family and even a bigger aspect. So I started my guide service with the thought of I could help veterans. And I didn't realize that I'd be a successful entrepreneur. And then we started breaking fishing rods. So I started making them, and I said every time I sold a fishing rod, we'd take a veteran out fishing for free. We sold almost 500 of them, had to start a nonprofit called the Heroes on the Water Adirondack chapter, which kind of brought in our TV show, The Veterans Playbook. And my whole purpose now is just to kind of help others find peace in the outdoors.
Well, it's a wonderful purpose, and I commend you for taking that on. And I want to give you the opportunity to let our viewership know how that they can help you and how can they find out more information about this.
Absolutely. People can check out our website at battlefishrods.com, or battlefishuniversity.org. Either one is great, and you can reach out through the website.
Well, AJ, a wonderful afternoon, and thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us, and we're going to catch you doing some activities, I think, a little bit later on with the kids.
So we're going to do a lot of catching today. So.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will be right back with Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. Welcome back. I'm Erika Tanner filling in for Chris Bates this afternoon, and what an amazing time I had today here at the camp Reeling for Recovery. We got to see the organization, how it works. We got to meet some of the campers. We got to see them make some lures. It was just a fantastic day, and these kids being given the opportunity to come to a camp that otherwise they may not have the opportunity to do, and what lifelong lessons they're learning here. You know, to enjoy and appreciate the outdoors, to make the most of where you are, and to respect one another. And I want to, you know, give a shout out to Jeremiah for Reel for Recovery, who brought us here today, and to AJ, battlefishuniversity.org. Both of these organizations are outstanding, and if you have the inclination, and I would encourage you to do this, check them both out. Show them a little love, see what they're doing here for their community, for the youth, for our veterans, and when they do that, it's doing it for the community. And again, whether it's locally here in the beautiful Adirondacks, we are here at Paul Smith's College, or if it's where you live, people helping one another is what this is all about. And it's been a great learning experience. I don't think we could have asked for anything better today. And I know I'm going to go home, feel a little bit better about meeting these people, learning about the organization, and knowing that people like this exist. So I am going to go say goodbye to my host, and I want to thank you for joining us, and we are going to see you next time.
Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped is brought to you in part by Cooler Guard with the cleaning power of enzymes, Mercer Sports, Okuma Fishing, Let's Get Inspired, P-Line, Bennington Self Storage, the Outdoor Experience Guide Service, Corker Boots, White Rocks Design Studio, who has been serving Southern Vermont for over 25 years, Hoffman Lures, Sugar Mountain Trading Company, Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped Hot Sauce, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of Commerce.
We'll meet you again. May God bless you. Adios. Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love.